Yo, what's going on, guys? Papa Sway here. Today I'm in franchise trying to do a realistic rebuild of the Seattle Seahawks. Gonna try to keep it as realistic as possible, but we do know that this is Madden at the end of the day. Probably gonna do two parts. This is gonna be a 5-year rebuild. We're starting from the Super Bowl, so we are going to set the force win for the Rams because they won last night. And before we do that, though, we're gonna look at our roster, and I'm just gonna talk about what I'm gonna try to do to upgrade this roster and try to get a Super Bowl um, before I guess the 5 years are out. Now, pretty good talent offensively. Rashad Penny. We're gonna try to we're gonna stay with Rashad Penny. I'm probably gonna trade Chris Carson, but yeah. But as I was saying though, two parts. If this does well, I will do one realistic rebuild of the Seahawks keeping Russell Wilson, and then another one of me trading him, but still in a 5-year time period. So this we're gonna be keeping Russ for this time around. But if this does well, then I'll definitely do another one trading Russell Wilson. Uh, Offensively, we have really good pieces. Dwayne Eskridge, he didn't really do anything this year, but I feel like he could be a nice counterpart. I'm definitely gonna plan on to draft another receiver and another running back. Definitely gonna draft offensive lineman. I'm not sure why Ethan Posick is a star development, but one weakness is definitely tackle. We're gonna be targeting a tackle probably in free agency or in the draft. I know we don't have many draft picks, so I'm gonna try to probably trade back, build up for next year, trade players in the off season. Um, Defensively, we're gonna be targeting a cornerback one and a cornerback two. I love DJ Reed, but I don't love him in Madden. And also defensive line. We have a lot of pieces where there's Daryl Taylor. Young pieces, but I'm not sure what we'll be able to do with this defense. I know I'll have Jamal Adams come next season. Carlos Dunlap should be starting, not sure why. But yeah, this is what we got to work with. Uh, let's do it. Let me go set this force run real quick for the Bengals, and I will see you guys now off season. Okay, so we are back here in Madden. Uh, the Rams ended up winning 31 to 15. So now we are in off season. We're gonna try to be doing a lot of different things. I don't even know if we can trade Chris Carson yet due to him being injured. Oh yeah, there he is right there. Um, yeah, we can't even trade him, but we will get him back in 8 weeks. I would definitely trade him probably before the start of the regular season next year. I know it may be stupid to trade him, but I feel like I don't really need him. As you can see, the regression has hit us heavy. Dwayne Brown dropped 3 overall points. May have to target a tackle, come to draft, right and left tackle. Bobby Wagner also regresses. I might trade Bobby Wagner as well. Not sure yet, though. I know he's the leader of the defense, but he's getting up there in age. And then we have Jamal Adams, who also is dropped to superstars, no longer superstar X Factor. So that's very interesting. Um, yeah. So we're gonna rock with this lineup. We're gonna see what we're gonna do. Uh, Alton Robinson, that's a guy I definitely want to start. With Carlos Dunlap dropping to such a low overall, we're gonna do some readjusting. Alton Robinson, 24 years old. He can still develop pretty well, um, even at a normal development trait. So we're gonna move his position from right in to left in. We're gonna start him over Dunlap. Dunlap probably be like a rotational pass rusher still, but I really want Alton Robinson to develop. So this is what we're gonna have defensively. And then Al Woods, he's getting up there in age too. And then LJ Collier, he's what 26 now? Yeah, so he's gonna get traded. We're gonna trade Collier. Probably keep Dunlap. Blessin Austin, he's 26. He'll probably play the slot, or Trey Brown could play the slot. Not sure why he's such a low overall. Um, yeah, we got a lot of moves that need to be made. A lot of moves. Okay, let's do it. Now, I don't even know if we can scout college players. I'm probably not even gonna mess with scouting because it doesn't work. in Madden. We're just gonna go with our gut and draft players that we think are good. So let's advance. Go to the re-sign period. Re-sign wise, I really don't know who plans to stay, who plans to leave. Yeah, players ready to negotiate. I think I don't even. Oh yeah, Quandre Diggs, DJ Reed, Rashad Penny. Alright, yeah. So we're gonna try to bring all of these guys back. So I will see you guys after I'm done with this re-signing period. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Okay, so we are back from the negotiations. Had a little bit of trouble trying to sign players. Gerald Everett and Sidney Jones are gonna test free agency, and I think DJ Reed is as well. If we're gonna check real quick, we had a franchise tag. Um, yep, DJ Reed, Sidney Jones not interested. Same thing with Gerald Everett, I believe. So we're gonna try to get these guys back in free agency. To bring it back to the team. We had a franchise tag, Quandre Diggs. Ultimately, he did not like the contract we were going to offer him. But, we got to get at least some players that we wanted. We got to re-sign Rashad Penny. Gave him a 4-year deal because I said earlier in the video that we're going to try to make this guy running back 1 in Seattle. So, let's advance to free agency week 1. We have a decent amount of cap room to work with. I'm going to target some tackles. See combine results. I don't care. I'm gonna try to target a left tackle and a right tackle. Devontae Adams free agency, and just like that, I see Trent Brown and Teron Armstead. So let's go to let's see what's in the tackle market. Russell Okung, Teron Armstead. That is the guy I'm gonna try to offer. I don't even. I really don't know his value. He's old, up there in age. But I mean, this guy can solidify the offensive line. That's what we need. And Trent Brown, that he wants a lot of money though. But sometimes you gotta risk it. I honestly don't. Oh yeah, we don't even have cap room to make this room, so we're gonna bring this down a little bit. 92 total points. Yeah, we're 4th. We're okay. So we're not gonna offer on Trent Brown. We're gonna try to bring back DJ Reed though. I'm not sure what his market will be. Dante Jackson is actually free agent. That is very interesting. Yeah, DJ Reed, probably not having the market he expected. This should be a good offer right here for him. 97 total points. And yeah, this is a decent market for the corners. Carlton Davis, that's a cool name. Dante Jackson though, I don't even know if we can offer, but we're just gonna bring this down a little bit. 25.7 mil, 81 total points. So let's go down here. Here are our negotiations. Teron Armstead, that is the guy we're gonna try. Okay, we're back. So we did 2 roster cuts. We cut Kerry Hyder Jr. and Benson Mayowa. Very low overalls. They regressed heavily. So I'm going to try to put it all in the rest of this money into bringing in Teron Armstead. So we're going to up this contract a lot. 45 million for a 31-year-old is just so stupid. And like what I said earlier, try to make it realistic as possible. But at the end of the day, it is Madden, so I gotta try to bear with me. And we're gonna up Dante Jackson's contract a bit. We're gonna try to make him CB1, give him cornerback 1 money, to say the least. I feel like that's a pretty good contract. That could come back to bite us. I don't know though. So we're gonna simulate to the off season, and we're gonna see who decides to sign with Seattle. Yep, so we got Dante and DJ Reed. Teron Armstead ultimately declined our offer, which I kind of expected, just the way this game works. Anyone though still, oh yeah, all the good tackles completely taken. So we have a good amount of money, 28 million cap room. We're gonna need offensive tackles though. So we're gonna have to go with a cheap option. Let's give DJ Fluker. He's been to Seattle before, knows the system. Played guard though. Then I got him at tackle. And oh wow. I mean, I wonder who he signed with. That's very interesting. He signed with the Raiders. Yeah. And we're gonna bring back Russell Okung, just a 1-year deal. Hopefully he will sign. Um, that's what happens. Try to invest in offensive line, and we end up getting Russell Okung and DJ Fluker. It's all right though. We're gonna target some tackles in a draft. They both signed. So let's go check our roster before the draft. Draft, I'm gonna probably skip it unless I get good picks. Here's the offense. Chris Carson still down here. He will be traded, like what I said before the season starts. So Will Disley at fullback for some reason. DK. Offensive line. I mean, it's not terrible. Could be a lot worse. But the defense. This is what I like the most. Pretty good defense. And then LJ Collier, like what I said, we're gonna trade him to Carlos Dunlap. Probably gonna get cut. DJ Reed, Dante Jackson. Pretty interesting. So I will see you guys come draft time. I'm gonna make some moves to build up draft capital, and I'll see you from there. Okay, so we're back. I'm gonna show the roster real quick. We ended up trading Chris Carson. I know it's gonna hurt us a little bit with cap penalty, but ultimately I don't feel like we needed Chris Carson. So we ended up trading him to the Miami Dolphins. So we got a second round pick. So have a little bit more stuff to work with come draft time. Yeah, and then we are ultimately gonna try to trade LJ Collier as well. So let's start the draft. Not really sure what to expect as I accidentally scout college players. Yeah, not really sure what to expect. We're definitely gonna target a left tackle with our first pick. We have the 10th pick. Jacksonville, the number 1 pick. So we're gonna skip. We're gonna see who's the first overall pick. First of all, Evan Neal. So they take the tackle out of Alabama. So I'm just gonna skip to our pick, and basically I'll show you guys who we draft throughout the draft. So you'll see who we target, and then I'll explain why I drafted this player. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, so with our first draft pick, which is from Miami for trading Chris Carson, we're going to draft Zion Nelson, this left tackle out of Miami. Desperately need a left tackle. I feel like he can be a pretty good piece. See, good fit, top fit Seattle. A+ impact blocking. And here's physicals, decent stats all around, skills, A+ pass block finesse, D pass block, but that can always get better. But this is a position that we desperately needed. So Zion Nelson, and we do not get to see his overall though. But see at the bottom, 69 speed, 82 acceleration, very good stats at least speed wise. 85 strength though, pretty poor. But we'll see, I guess, at the end of the draft what his overall will be. So we're gonna simulate to our next pick, which is the 15th pick. Okay, so with our 15th pick, we're going to go with a guy who's projected to go in the 3rd and 4th round, but I really like his attributes. Kobe Whiteside, defensive tackle out of Missouri. I feel like we're pretty weak at DT, and I feel like he could be a nice just plug-in at defensive tackle. His physical is not the fastest guy, but as you see in the bench press, 34 and 31. So he's strong, and I feel like he will be a really good guy at the DT spot, and I feel like all around will be a good player. 87 strength, not the best stats, but still position of need in my opinion. 21 years old, so it's time to develop. I will see you guys for our next pick, so I'll be back. Okay, so with our next pick, this is probably going to come to a surprise, but we're going to take Jameson Williams. This guy's too much of a talent to pass up on. To see at the combine, college pro day 4.3, NFL combine 4.37. So this guy's fast. He's a burner, and he's projected to go in the 1st round. or second round. So we're gonna take him with our third round pick. I'm not sure where we're gonna find a spot for him, but we're definitely gonna make him work and just see if we can get him going. This may not be the brightest pick, but can't let a guy with this talent pass up. So, Jameson Williams with our third round pick, and he has really good speed. 93 speed, 93 acceleration. That is pretty good. Uh, doesn't seem like he has the best catching or route running, but this guy seems like he'll just be a bomber down the field. So definitely probably find a spot for him on the roster. Anyways, though, I'll see you guys for our next pick. Peace. We're gonna trade this pick away. Get some picks next year. We'll see. 2023 fourth and a 2023 third rounder from San Fran. We're gonna take that. And we're also gonna trade our other pick. I'm probably actually just gonna trade the rest of our picks. Not really sure, but if I draft someone, I will show you guys. Peace. Okay, so with our fifth round pick, we're gonna take Josh Jobe out of Alabama. Uh, Not really sure. 6'1". Not sure if he'll even play, but I feel like this is another good talent late to take. So with that, we're gonna simulate the rest of the draft. We have a few seventh round draft picks, so I'll show you guys the draft. But we're gonna simulate to the end. And all, I think it was a decent draft. Got positions of need. But we'll see how it plays out. Okay, so we are now in the off season. We're gonna do a draft recap real quick, just to show off our draft picks. I think we had some pretty good talent. Madden took Isaac Taylor Stewart and Kevin Harris with our seventh round picks. Didn't have any players above 70 overall, which kind of sucks. But the three picks that I think will be really well for us are 2 seconds and in our third. Jameson Williams, he will definitely find a spot on the field, even if that means trading Tyler Lockett later on. And then Kobe Whiteside, I feel like he'll be a beast for us at defensive tackle. He's going to start. Zion Nelson and Kobe Whiteside are definitely day one starters. Zion Nelson, pardon me, 99 injury. It's pretty cool. And then Josh Jobe, and then Isaac Taylor Stewart and Kevin Harris. I mean, I don't really care what happens with them. We're mainly gonna care about these three guys. So we're gonna simulate the preseason week 1, and I'll catch you guys there. Okay, so we're in a preseason. We have this Hall of Fame induction thing. If it'll load. I know normally your players get a speed boost or some weird boost.
Was selected 11th overall in the 2005 NFL Draft. He became the first.
So, as you see, +5 finesse move to all of our linebackers, I think it said. So, we're going to go to the lineup. We're going to show this lineup for the preseason. Dwayne Eskridge. I mean, we're going to give Jameson Williams. We're going to give him the starting job at wide receiver 3. I feel like he's the better guy. And we're going to move up Harris to running back 2 on a depth chart. Offensive line wise, Zion Williamson, or I keep on saying Zion Williamson, Zion Nelson. We're going to move him to starting left tackle. Even though we did sign Russell Okung, I'd rather have Nelson developing early. And then at defensive tackle, yeah, Whiteside. Puna forward, Whiteside. We're going to run that 4-3 defense. And we're going to put Alton right there. So this is the defense. Should be interesting. Yeah. Really not sure what to expect. So we're going to simulate out of the preseason. And I'll catch you guys in week 1 of the NFL season. So it is now week 1 of the season. We're taking on the Panthers week 1, doing the Chargers next week. Now we have a bunch of upgrades to do. LJ Collar also too. I know I said I was going to trade him. You couldn't really find any talent, or not really talent, but we couldn't really find anything that we wanted for him. I was trying to get a third or fourth out of him, but we just couldn't. Daryl Taylor gets an upgrade. Normally I just do auto upgrades for these guys, unless it's a player that I really want to try and develop. So we're just gonna auto upgrade for now. And let's just show off. As I accidentally scout college players again. We're not gonna mess with that. Um, let's just show off the week one roster, and then we're gonna simulate to week eight, the mid-season mark, and then we'll just give you a recap of how the season's going. I think it's a decent roster. Are we gonna win games? I'm really not sure. I'm hoping to be at least 4-3 or 5-2 at the midseason mark. A lot of pieces, problems, a lot of problems. Um, but I mean, I think we can definitely make it work. Cody Barton too. We're gonna move him to middle linebacker two on a depth chart. That's a guy I would like to develop. I honestly think that I could possibly turn him into, the future linebacker. And just to be honest, this probably will be Bobby Wagner's last year in Seattle. So stay tuned for that. Year 1 out of 5. Let's see how it goes. Oh, let's set our season goal. Of course, we're gonna be optimistic. We're gonna say make the playoffs. Goal is to win a Super Bowl in these 5 years, but it probably won't happen. We'll see how far we go though. So we're gonna advance to the midseason. I'll catch you guys there. Season mark, and we're currently sitting at 4-2, which is pretty good. A lot better than I expected. Let's go look at the stats. Did I just see Jacoby Brissett had 14 touchdowns, 8 passing touchdowns for Russell Wilson, 3 picks. So he's not really having an MVP level season as I kind of expected. Uh, Maybe offensive line doesn't help, but Rashad Penny is having a decent season as an upgrade. Decent season, averaging 3.3 yards per carry. And then Kevin Harris, the rookie we drafted, he's also, having a good season. It's kind of like what I like to see. It's pretty good to see. Want those numbers to be better by the end of the season. But let's look at the offense. D. Eskridge actually is going crazy. Jameson Williams must have got hurt. I'm trying to figure out why his stats are so low. Stepping my wide receiver 3. But it is good to see, you know, D. Eskridge actually doing pretty well. He's actually leading the team in touchdowns behind Gerald Everett. But pretty good from the receiving end. I want to see those numbers go up. Blocking wise, let's see. Zion Nelson, of course, allows most sacks. But Russell Wilson has only been sacked 7 times in 6 games. That's pretty good. Defensively, he's leading the team in sacks. Darrell Taylor with 4. That's kind of expected. Cody Barton, 1.5 sacks. Defensive line still weak though. We literally only have, what is that, 8 sacks as a unit. Interceptions, only 4 on the team. Dante Jackson has 1, and then DJ Reed has 1 as well. Marquise Blair. Deflections, Jamal Adams with 3. It's pretty good. Kicking, Jason Myers, perfect so far. So that's how we look at the midseason. I don't know if we're gonna make the playoffs, but I like how it is so far. Let's see who has upgrades. Real quick, got a decent amount of upgrades. So I'm gonna work through all these upgrades, and I'll catch you guys at the end of the season to see if we made the playoffs. 7-10, but as you can see, there was a 3-way tie for the NFC West, all at 7-10. So we didn't improve from last year's record, but as you can look for the numbers, defensive rush yards per game, that was number 6. So I guess in all, you can say that, I mean, we kind of improved, but I mean, this is pretty sad to say the least. San Fran gets the division. It just wasn't enough. Crazy to see a 7-10 3-way tie, but normally that's just Madden to say the least. Offensively though, Zion Nelson has actually developed into a pretty good tackle. He's a 74 overall. I think we drafted him at a 68 overall, so he's done pretty well. Let's see. We're gonna have to look at the stats, of course. Eskridge, not really any development other than him. That's what we want to see though. Defensively, Whiteside developed decently, and it seems like Alton Dunlap, took over throughout the year, which is kind of expected. Uh, what is wrong with the guy's face scan? So let's look at the stats. We will at least have our first round pick this year, but we're gonna make a lot of moves. Starting with trading away Bobby Wagner and Tyler Lockett. Since we didn't do anything this year, just gonna definitely try to trade those guys away, and try to build up. Oh, but as we look at the stats, So at the beginning of the year, at the midseason mark, Russell Wilson was only sacked 7 times, and then at the end of the year, sacked 30 times. So he definitely fell apart. Um, 25 TDs, 15 interceptions. It's a terrible season. Rashad Penny though, 15 touchdowns. That's pretty good. Didn't reach the 3,000 yard mark, but 15 rushing touchdowns, which you like to see. Only 3 fumbles on the season. Uh, offensively or on the receiving end. So 16 total touchdowns for Penny. Tyler Lockett ended up getting outplayed by Dwayne Eskridge, and then Jameson Williams, the guy that we were expecting to have a big season, kind of fell apart. But D. Eskridge almost had 1,000 yards, so that's pretty good. Blocking wise, let's look at Zion Nelson allowed 12 sacks, but he developed really well. Bobby Wagner and Brooks once again putting up crazy numbers. Daryl Taylor led the team in sacks. It's really about it. Still just a poor end defensively. Uh, Jamal Adams 2 picks, Dante 2 picks, CJ Reed. So B-Wags led the team in interceptions and tackles. I really do I want to trade him? Um, Kind of depends. Bobby Wagner, we'll see. I will see you guys come off season, or actually come Super Bowl. So let's actually look at the playoff bracket, and then I'll see you guys come Super Bowl. The Giants end up being the 1 seed. You know it's Madden when the Giants are the 1 seed, and the Browns were the 1 seed as well. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll see you guys. Okay, so the Super Bowl is actually Dallas and Kansas City. But one thing I want to talk about is our team ranks. Offense was pretty good, but you see defense, kind of like what the Seahawks have problems like in years previous. Defensive points per game, 26.5, 29th in the league, and then passing yards per game, 30th. That's something we're gonna have to work on. I think it's with our defensive line. I think we're just getting no pressure. Not really sure who to target though come off season. We're gonna re-sign some players though, try to bring people back. But I'll catch you guys though in free agency. So I'll see you guys then. So we are now in free agency week 1, and we kind of have a lot of problems. Bobby Wagner decided not to re-sign, so didn't get to trade him. I know I said I wanted to trade him. Probably should have traded him earlier in the year, but doesn't matter. We're gonna try to make stuff work in free agency. First of all, we need a middle linebacker. We can definitely target one in the draft. We're gonna see what the linebacker market is like. Um, Jalen Smith. Let's give him a contract. I feel like he can be a decent fill-in player next season. Let's look at the top 100 though. Let's see who's on here. I see Tom Brady. Von Miller might be a guy we target, possibly move to defensive end. J.J. Watt's on here. Harold Landry's on here too. This is a decent market so far. Jabril Peppers once again is a free agent. That's interesting. Nothing crazy. No big names. Uh, Greedy Williams. That's actually pretty interesting. Um, yeah, no one crazy. But we're gonna give Harold Landry a contract, and we're gonna possibly move him to defensive end. Um, Superstar abilities, so he's gonna develop at a really good rate. And we're gonna give him a crazy contract. We're gonna give him $80 million, just to see, we just to say, hey man, we want you in Seattle. 81.4 mil, 4 years. That is crazy contract. No one should get that type of money at his position. But we're gonna try to go all in. To try to bring Russell Wilson one last Super Bowl. So we're gonna bring in all this super talent, to say the least. And let's look at any offensive line. I know we lost DJ Fluker. He's right there. So let's bring in Jawan James. He already has some teams offering on him. Hopefully you consider going to Seattle. This is a decent contract right here. So yeah, I don't think there's anyone else that we really need. Matthew Ioannidis, that's an interesting name, but he's also old now. Um, Jaron Reed, that's a funny to see him. Bobby Wagner, you know what? We're gonna offer him a contract. And no team's offered on him. We're not gonna offer him a lot of money though. Kind of just bring it down to then. It's gonna be tough to see Bobby Wagner if we don't get to, have him next year on the defense. But let's simulate to week 2 of free agency. Let's see who signs with Seattle. Let's see if we get any big names. Uh, Everyone accepted, so Jalen Smith, Bobby Wagner, Harold Landry, and Jawan James. That's very interesting now. Um, so before I simulate to the draft, because I'm not going to target anyone else in free agency, let's just show off the lineup real quick. Tyler Lockett also uh, dropped. We're gonna put him on a trade block. He's gonna get traded probably before draft time. Um, so yeah, offensive line. A lot of people regress. It's kind of sad to see. Puna Ford actually had a development trait. That's actually interesting. Um, Harold Landry. We're gonna move Harold Landry to Rasheem Green's position. I think that would be best because Jordan Brooks should start at linebacker. Harold Landry is a pass rusher. He's not really a coverage linebacker, so we're gonna move him to right out or right in. Yeah, I kind of blanked out for a second. So move to the defense. This is what the defense looks like. Harold Landry on a defensive line. Hopefully that will boost up that pass rush that we've been looking for. Um, Daryl Taylor led the team in sacks with 7, and then I think it was Bobby Wagner with 3. So it's pretty weak, but I will see you guys come draft time. At least have a first round pick this year, so we're gonna make some stuff work. See you then. Draft pick. Yeah, we have the 8th pick. So we're gonna simulate the 8th pick, and I'll show you guys who we're gonna draft. We're gonna do the same thing we did last draft. Just talk about player that I'm gonna draft, why I like them, and why we need them. So see you then.
It's the Lions now on the clock. Okay, next
Okay,
up, it's the
so here we are
Seahawks
with
on
the
the
8th
clock.
pick in the draft. Um, Not really sure. Probably gonna take an offensive lineman if there's anyone available. Which doesn't seem like it, which is pretty interesting. Um, we're gonna look at right in. It says we're a D minus at running back, but I don't really understand. Offensive line, very weak class this year. Running back, no good running backs. I don't feel like we need a running back either. Guy that does catch my eye though is this guy right here, Hunter Dixon, right in. He can definitely take. I think a text message. Um, he can definitely take over at starting right in. So we're gonna take him with our 8th pick.
Okay, it's the Lions now on the clock.
So he's actually hidden development, has pretty good attributes to say the least. He's gonna definitely start 88 acceleration, 78 speed. Seems like a pretty good guy.
It's the
Okay,
Bills now on
so
the
we're gonna
clock.
simulate to our next pick, and then let's go from there. Okay, guys. So with our second round pick, which is the 8th pick, we're gonna take Hugh McQueen. Such an interesting name. He's a defensive tackle, but I like his attributes. And Puna Ford getting up there in age, kind of want like a replacement. Plus running a 4-3 defense. I feel like this is just a good pick in general for what we need. Um, so yeah, we're gonna take Hugh McQueen.
All right,
Normal
now on the
development
clock,
kind of
the Raiders.
sucks, but I mean, a power move. I mean, those are some decent stats. We're gonna see how he pans out though. I think Rashad Penny can easily be that dude. But we're gonna take a backup running back. Cause I know we also lost Travis Homer through free agency. This guy, decent attributes, and he's a top fit. So we're gonna take
The
Gerard McClay
Rams on the
or
clock
McCray.
now.
Um, 91 speed, decent stats all around. A short route running. That's actually interesting. Might be a receiving back. We'll see how he pans out though. So we're gonna move on to our 4th round pick, or we actually have another 3rd round pick. So I'll see you then. Now with our other third round pick, we're gonna take Isaac Hobbs out of Auburn, who's a corner. I feel like this guy could probably play the slot corner for us, replacing Bleston Austin. So we'll draft him. 93 acceleration though, but only 88 speed. Pretty interesting. Um, yeah, once again, like I said earlier, we're just gonna see how they pan out. Now on to our fourth round pick. So I'll catch you then. Okay, so with our fourth round pick, this is kind of a questionable pick, but we're gonna take Alonzo Roberts. He's projected to be an undrafted free agent, but I really like his attributes, and I feel like he's an all-around decent player. Probably won't start, but hope they can do something.
The Patriots
As
on
you
the
can see,
clock right now. Let's see who they have their eye on.
decent stats. Could be a lot worse. And we're gonna simulate the rest of the draft. I'll see you guys in the preseason, where we're gonna be trading Tyler Lockett and possibly other players. Not really sure though. So we'll see you then. Show a draft recap. The rest of these picks, they don't really matter unless we took someone pretty good. Took a strong safety and another left end. Don't really understand Madden drafting, but it doesn't matter. Hugh McQueen and Hunter Dixon. Hunter Dixon's actually a 74 overall, so we might have drafted a pretty good player to say the least. 99 injury once again. These four players are the only one we really care about. And then maybe Miller and even these guys late. You know, they could be something. But Hunter Dixon, that's a pretty good draft pick. With the eighth pick, took a defensive end, and we also have trade offers for Tyler Lockett. 30 years old, 85 overall, regressed from superstar. So we're gonna see what he has. If we can get a third round for him, which we seems like we can't. We're gonna trade. You know what? We're actually no. We're gonna keep Tyler Lockett. Probably we're gonna see how he is playing at the midseason mark, and then we'll decide whether or not to ship him off. So I'll see you guys come week one of the regular season. We're not gonna worry about preseason. So see you week one. Week one of the regular season. We're taking on the Bengals week one. Pretty interesting. Let's look at our upgrades. Kobe Whiteside gets an upgrade. We're just gonna do auto upgrade once again, as it just takes too much time really to go with individually upgrades. But do notice we have a lot of franchise staff points, so I'm gonna go through the franchise staff and try to distribute some points evenly to try to upgrade a team. So see you after that. Okay, so we spent our draft points evenly. We did the it's like I don't even know what it's called, but it we get to see a player's development trait early. So we did on Hunter Dixon because I want to see what development trait is going to be. Very intrigued by that at such a high overall. Here's the offense. Um, not the best, but I mean it could be a lot better. Zion Nelson though, he's starting to pan out. 76 overall. Um, looks like he's a solid anchor at the left tackle. And Hunter Dixon is actually a superstar, or not superstar. Um, he's actually a star development. And we have this guy too. Madden auto drafted him, so I think it's very interesting. He could be a nice piece. He's a hidden dev. We'll see how he is at the end of the season. Here's the defense. Harold Landry. Hopefully Harold Landry and Hunter Dixon will be the answer to our problems. And then here we have this guy, Devin McCain. I think that's the guy we drafted to play slot corner. Honestly, can't remember. We're pretty young at the corner spot, but and then we have McQueen, and then Boona Ford, who we're probably gonna let go after this season, and then same thing with Bobby Wagner. And Jamal Adams actually injured, broke his collarbone. So we're gonna move Hunter to starting strong safety, and we're gonna see how he pans out. But yeah, man, I really like this defensive line. We got a lot of depth and decent players, and I will see you guys at the midseason mark and see how we are. This is year two of the 5-year rebuild, so see you at the midseason. So at the midseason, oh man, we have gotten worse. So that means we're gonna trade Tyler Lockett. We're sitting at 2-5. Honestly, thought we were better than what we were. We're gonna take this actually third round pick from Jacksonville for Tyler Lockett. Tyler Lockett's going to Jacksonville. I thought we were a better team than this, but Madden says otherwise. Rams are 7-0. It's really interesting. We're gonna look at the stats and we're gonna look at the team. A lot of upgrades though. Um, this is tough. I may not get a Super Bowl. I might have to do some crazy stuff. I thought I've been pretty well so far with moves. Oh yeah, this is tough. Rashad Penny seems to be having tough season as he is dropping 3 overall points for morale. Um, Offensively though, Zion Nelson and Damian Lewis, they're pretty solid on the left side. Defensively, let's look at Chance Hunter's actually played a decent amount of downs. Um, let's look at the stats though. Must be something we're not seeing. Why a reason we're 2-5. Honestly thought Harold Landry and Hunter Dixon would be the answer to our problems, but Russell Wilson once again, 12 touchdowns and 11 picks. I mean, what is going on? Um, Offensively, we seem to be having a problem. Hopefully, we can turn it around. Rashad Penny, decent season. DK, actually really good DK. Jameson Williams, 4 touchdowns. Dwayne Eskridge, nowhere to be found now. Let's look at the defense. Let's look at the sack leaders. Hunter Dixon actually leads the team in sacks. Harold Landry with 3. 11 TFLs. This could possibly be Rookie of the Year. Defensive Rookie of the Year. And then Hugh McQueen. So, I mean, decent numbers. Dante, 3 interceptions. So Dante's looking like, pretty well. Let's look at the stats though. I know it should show the stats. Okay, so we're number 5 in pass yards per game, but other than that, we are terrible. And defensively, we're number 1 in takeaways. Is that what it's saying? 13 takeaways for a league. Huh. Or lead. League. I cannot talk. But we're gonna simulate. We're gonna sign some people, and we're gonna simulate to the playoffs. See if we make a last-second push. Pretty disappointing season though. But see you guys then. But if you look at the stats or the team ranks, it's just not really showing. We're gonna look at the team stats. We did some stuff with contracts and stuff. Got Russell Wilson for 2 more years. Signed him to a 2-year deal. We're gonna do some stuff real quick. Let's look at the stats though. Um, we turned it around though, but it wasn't enough. Started 2-5, finished 8-9. Russell Wilson's numbers got a lot better. He had 12 touchdowns and 11 picks at the beginning of the year, and then finished 31 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. So I think that's 19 touchdowns, 6 picks, I believe, or 5 picks. Could be wrong though. Rashad Penny though, wow, what a drop off from last year. Um, Still gonna rock with him though, probably for 1 more year. Uh, but running back maybe something we could target in the offseason or even in the draft. Uh, Receiving end though, Jameson Williams and D. Eskridge developed pretty well into decent wide receivers. DK Metcalf though, putting up an 1,000 yarder season. Let's look at the defense. Bobby Wagner once again leading the team in tackles. Um, Harold Landry at 25 TFLs. Jeez, and then Hunter Dixon, 7.5 sacks. Landry, 8.5 sacks. Other than that, pretty weak. Hugh McQueen, pretty decent season. That's what I like to see. Interception wise, Dante, 4 picks. Jamal, 2. Um, Pretty good season. I can't lie. Harold Landry developed pretty well. Definitely our investment paid off with Harold Landry. Hunter Dixon as well. We're gonna have another good pick. I'm not letting Puna Ford come back, and we're probably gonna trade Bobby Wagner for some scraps, see if we can make some stuff work. Um, 25th defense in the league. Let's look at the yearly rewards. Lamar Jackson brings home another MVP, and let's look at defensive rookie of the year. Hunter Dixon finished 3rd. Hugh McQueen finished. So we actually had three rookies in the top for rookie of the year voting. Hugh McQueen, I think he will probably be the starting defensive tackle next season. I'm not really sure what moves we're gonna make though. It kind of sucks that we did not make playoffs. I honestly thought we had a good roster, but hopefully we can make one push for year three. I'm gonna go all in. Gonna try to bring in as much talent as possible so we can, get a Super Bowl. Um, Here's the roster one more time. Whiteside, and we're gonna move, yeah, Whiteside and McQueen. These are gonna be the guys next year, and then Dixon will be moved to left end. Uh, Hunter was actually the star development. So we'll see how this pans out, and we will see you guys at the Super Bowl, and then we're gonna simulate to the offseason and talk about free agency. The Super Bowl we have Green Bay and the Chiefs. So we're gonna simulate to the offseason and talk about free agency, and we're gonna look at the roster. We might have gotten some development traits, although development traits don't really matter in a rebuild since we're not playing any of the games. It's still interesting to see. So offensively, Rashad Penny is actually is he regressing? No, it's just morale is really low. So running back's gonna definitely be a target. We tried, to make him the future back, and he showed off in the year. Oh, we've actually, holy moly. So Dante Jackson has developed a superstar. It's pretty nice. I know he gets superstar abilities now. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. But as I was saying though, Rashad Penny, we tried to make him the guy. But, didn't really show off in his second year. Still have him under contract for 2 more years. So we're gonna see how he does next year. We're definitely gonna beef up this offensive line. We're gonna target. We're gonna the right side of the O line. Definitely gonna target, and we're gonna look for another complimentary receiver. I do believe D. Eskridge and Jameson Williams can be the guys for the future, but I'm just not really sure. Defensively, I think we're good defensively. Probably gonna look for a corner or another linebacker. Uh, and that's really about it. I will see you guys. Or I'm not gonna sim actually. I will see you guys literally just next week because it's re-sign period and then free agency. Re-sign period. I signed the guys I wanted to re-sign. Um, so we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna move on to the off-season stage. So I actually saw the stats at the bottom. We were averaging 300 passing yards per game. That's actually crazy. Um, I don't know how we went 8-9, but just Madden. Free agents though. Um, Jeremy Chin. That is an interesting name. Jerry Judy. That's who I was talking about. A guy like Jerry Judy we could bring in. Um, Other than that, so we're gonna try to throw an offer at Jerry Judy. Uh, Jeremy Chin's interesting, but I don't think we need him. I like Quandre Diggs, but he is getting up there in age, so we are gonna shoot Jeremy Chin an offer. I doubt he'll sign, but if we bring him in, he would definitely be the replacement for Quandre Diggs, and we're gonna give him a monster contract. Probably not the smartest thing to do, but we really just want to be sure that this guy's gonna, sign with us. 4 years, 49 million. It's a crazy contract, but we only have Russell Wilson for probably only 2 more years, maybe three. So let's look at the once again. Yeah. So right tackle will be the position we target in a draft. And right guard, since we don't have anyone at our position, so we're gonna give Cody Ford a contract. Gabe Jackson must have won the free agency. Yeah, he did. So right guard, right tackle, and center. That's what we're gonna be targeting in a draft, and we're gonna simulate week two of free agency. We're gonna see if they sign with us. Probably not, but you never know. So yeah, okay. So Jeremy Chin actually accepted, so that's pretty good. So get our free safety of the future. We're not gonna worry about Jeremy Chin, but definitely have to target offensive line and another receiver come draft time. So we're gonna see you come draft time. Uh, so I will see you then. I'm gonna show off the lineup real quick. Before we start the draft, and they put Will Disley at center. So definitely need a center, need a right guard, we need a right tackle. That entire side of the offensive line is terrible. Um, Hopefully we find another guy like Zion Nelson. he's developed incredibly well, and I really hope that we can get this working. Uh, Definitely need offensive line, though. That is what we need. Jeremy Chin, though, um, safety of the future, somewhat building, I guess, a Legion of Boom 2. Um, or Legion of Boom 2.0. Not really sure though. Probably still gonna be just as bad.
Okay, next up, it's the Dolphins on the clock.
So we have the 14th pick in the draft. Um, thought you'd have a better pick at 8 and 9. Miami though has the number one pick. I'm pretty sure they had the number one pick last year. Could be mistaken though.
Okay, the
So they
Jaguars
take
pick
a left
number
tackle.
4.
What's with tackles? I mean, come on. So we're gonna simulate to a 14th pick. Probably just
Okay,
gonna
next
simulate
up, it's the
all the
Seahawks on the
draft,
clock.
and then I'll just show off uh who we draft. So I'm just gonna draft these players. Not gonna show the draft. Trying to save time. But yeah. So I'm gonna get this draft going, and I'll show you guys the recap afterwards. Draft. Uh, Going into the third year out of 5. This is probably the best draft. Madden says otherwise with overalls. But we kind of addressed a lot of positions, starting with Justin Whitfield, 70 overall, hidden development. And then we also got Claxton, who will probably play center. No, probably not. He will play tackle. He is 6'7". Also hidden development. Then we drafted Schultz. He could probably play center. One of these guys will play center. Not really sure. And then drafted running back. Drafted another defensive end. And then outside linebacker. Uh, with decent stats. 90 acceleration. Kind of intrigued me. Um, so I will simulate to the regular season, and I'll see you guys in for year 3. Pretty interesting. So, year 3 out of 5. As you can see though, what the, what has Madden done? Okay, so Madden has seemed to screwed up our offensive line, but we'll rock with this. Stone Forest I can't, at guard, Lewis at center, Whitfield guard, Claxton tackle. Um, I think that's pretty good. We're gonna also use some points to see if any of them are superstar development. I honestly think Whitfield could be a superstar, so I'm gonna use my stat points real quick, and then we're gonna split to the midseason, and we're gonna see how the season's going. Okay, so we simulate to midseason, 3-3 at the top of the NFC West, which I find interesting. We are gonna look at the roster real quick to see how we look. Hopefully we can stay atop the NFC West, get an NFC West title and a playoff spot. Um, Claxton and Whitfield though are developing well, and for some reason Madden is benching Damian Lewis, so we're gonna move him to center, permanently. So it's weird. At the beginning of last season, our left side was fine, but our right side was incredibly weak. Now our right side is probably our best side, and left side strong. Zion Nelson though, this guy, he is developing like crazy. He was a 68 when we drafted him. He's now a 78. Um, Here's his offense. We're gonna show off the stats though. We're gonna upgrade these guys, but it seems like we might make the playoffs. Maybe. I don't know though. I doubt it. But this is definitely interesting to see. It's 3-3, top of the NFC West, and our talent that we've drafted is finally starting to show off. So let's upgrade all these guys. We're just gonna auto upgrade. Um, Hunter Dixon though, he's probably still one of the best players we drafted in his second year, developing really well. Russell Wilson, 19 touchdowns and 3 picks. Holy moly! So He has thrown 19 touchdowns in 6 games. We are 3-3 somehow. Our defense must be terrible. Shot Penny, poor, poor offensive stats once again. But I mean, receiving end, Jameson Williams, the guy we drafted, DK. I mean, these guys bring up monster numbers. And defensively, what? How are we 3-3? Harold Landry 7.5 sacks. Defensively, not really a lot of turnovers though. Um, but I like where we're at. This is kind of weird. Um, Offense is putting up crazy numbers, but is is the defense that's holding us back? No. So we have the number one pass defense in the league. We have the worst rushing offense, but top 10 points per game and top 10 offense. So, what I mentioned last year, how we were kind of building a Legion of Boom 2.0 is kind of coming together. Number one pass defense. Uh, so we're gonna simulate to the playoffs. No, I do not want to play a season game. We're gonna simulate to the playoffs. We're gonna see if we make the playoffs. Probably not, but it is interesting to see the team kind of coming together. And once again, we finished 8-9. Week 18 seemed like the NFC West, the battle for the NFC West. We did not win, so that really sucks. Once again, not making the playoffs, and I feel like this was probably our best roster. Russell Wilson, we only have under contract for one more year, so I'm really not sure. Oh, I mean, 40 touchdowns and 13 picks. He literally had that same season 2 years ago or 4 years ago now, since in Madden. That's kind of weird. Um, Rashad Penny, another poor season, but I mean, come on, 16 touchdowns from DK, and we still didn't make the playoffs. Jordan Brooks, though, I mean, he's looking pretty well. 10 sacks from Harold Landry. Hunter Dixon kind of fell off, but I mean, Harold Landry, that investment is paying off, to say the least. Um, yeah, man, I don't understand Madden. Did Russell Wilson win an MVP though? No, Christian McCaffrey did. Russell Wilson was eighth. Um, I don't understand Madden at all. I mean, 40 touchdowns, 13 picks, no playoffs. So we're gonna simulate this Super Bowl. Let's see what's happening. The Panthers and the Chiefs. So I'm pretty sure the Chiefs won the Super Bowl last year. So they make it again this year, back to back, I believe. So we're gonna simulate to the off season. We're gonna re-sign some players, and we're gonna see if we can make some moves in free agency. I'm really not sure what to do. Uh, I'm trying my best, but Madden says otherwise. So I'll see you guys then. I will see you guys come free agency. Okay, so we're now simulating the free agency. I still just don't understand how uh, we have such a good season, like stat wise, but we go 8-9. Madden, I mean, we're about to enter year 4 out of 5. Oh wow, Nick Chubb, Aaron Donald. This is gonna be an interesting free agency class. Um, we're actually gonna try to shoot for Nick Chubb. That could be the piece we're missing. Aaron Donald too. He could be interesting, but at 34, he's might retire. We're gonna give Nick Chubb a 4-year deal. We're gonna give him 6 million or 6.5, 6.10 actually. Signing bonus 8.5 salary. 99 overall. You know what? That is not enough. We're gonna go all in. You know what? I try to make this realistic, but screw being realistic. We're gonna give him 76 million. Never give a running back this much money. And then Ryan Jensen, he is also a free agent. Okay, we cannot sign him though, but he is interesting. We are gonna we're gonna take that down actually. Ryan Jensen could be really nice. We're gonna. We actually have no money, so it's gonna shoot that contract. We are 25th. So no way in heck that we're gonna get Ryan Jensen, but hopefully we get Nick Chubb. I gave him a lot of money. That scared the crap out of me. That is so loud. So we do get Nick Chubb. I will see you guys come draft time, and I'll show you guys draft recap. Okay, so time to show the draft recap. Still can't believe that we got Nick Chubb to sign. That achievement literally scared the crap out of me. Um, oh, we actually had a really good draft. Madden again drafting a running back, drafting a left outside linebacker, normal dev, and then a left tackle. Hidden development is actually really cool, and then a 72 overall running back. I don't know why we need a running back, but Madden believes that we do. Daniel Van Dyke, what an interesting name. And then Josh Fletcher, this guy, 89 speed at linebacker. What the? Okay, so that is Bobby Wagner's replacement. We're gonna sim to the preseason. Then we're gonna simulate to week 1. So I'll see you there. Okay, so it is week 1 now. Let's auto upgrade our players and let's show off the lineup to say the least. Taking on the Titans week 1. I hope we can make the playoffs this year. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you guys. If we do not make playoffs this year, I'm probably just gonna simulate or just cut it off. Cause I mean this gets kind of annoying to say the least. Offensive line finally fixed it. Took about 3 years to fix this offensive line. We're gonna move Daniel Van Dyke to left guard. Um, Offensive line is really good, and then we have Nick Chubb. We're gonna see though if it might be a scheme problem. Russell Wilson though he is now an 84 overall, so this is kind of his final year. Rashad Penny gone. Didn't re-sign him, but this might be Russell Wilson's last year, so this is kind of make or break to say the least. I'm very nervous. I'm really not sure what to expect. But Jordan Brooks got superstar development actually. That is interesting. He has been developing like crazy. So this is really interesting to see. We're gonna simulate the midseason. We're gonna see what happens. This is kind of the final year, year 4 out of 5. This is kind of the make it or break it year. Once again, this is why I hate Madden. This is why I can't really do this. 2-4 at the halfway mark. Like what I said, if we don't make playoffs, this will be the final year. So we're only gonna probably do, or I don't know. It's just, dude, I don't really get it. The team is insane, but Madden says otherwise. Once again, putting up good stuff. I mean, what the? We are putting up really good numbers, yet Madden has us at a 2-4 record. I don't understand, to say the least. Let's look at the roster. Giants are taking over the league. They are 6-1. Let's look at the roster. Van Dyke, uh, he's developing. I mean, this offensive line is solid. I mean, this is 3 years in the making. Zion, it all started with Zion Nelson, very good piece, and then offensively, when we took Jameson Williams, I mean, Dwayne Eskridge hurt? Or I forget to re-sign him. I might have forgot to re-sign Dwayne Eskridge unless he's hurt. I'm an idiot. Um, Here's the defense. It's crazy to see these guys lose their development traits though. That I've never seen it happen so frequently. We're gonna simulate the playoffs. If we don't make it, we are just gonna go totally unrealistic and just make one final push to see if we can bring Russell Wilson to Super Bowl. I will see you guys then. And we actually made the playoffs as a wild card. Finished 10-7, barely slipped in the playoffs. We are probably gonna get clapped by the Giants. Clapped. I doubt we make it to the divisional, but we made it, and I'm gonna have to stay to my word. So I'm gonna have to play year 5, one last season. Let's look at the stats. Russell Wilson led the league in touchdowns. That's what it said, or it led the league in passing yards. Excuse me. 5,000 yards. I mean, dude, you see these stats? Mike Woods, who even is this guy? He put up crazy numbers. DK another 1,000 yard season. Nick Chubb had 10 receiving touchdowns. What? We were 10-7. I mean, I don't. Bobby Wagner still putting up crazy numbers. 14 and a half sacks for Harold Landry. So that Harold Landry trade, and then Bobby Wagner's putting up numbers in his 14th year in the league. So the Harold Landry signing, which kind of seemed questionable, is paying off. Um, 14 and a half sacks. We're gonna simulate. We are gonna see if we beat the Giants. Once again, I highly doubt it because Madden hates us. Yeah, the season's over. So we get a contract extension as a head coach. I guess that's cool. We're gonna simulate the Super Bowl. We lost by 2 points. Let's look at our offensive. Let's look at these number 10 passing defense, number one passing offense, number 9. I mean, dude, I I don't know. We okay. So I'm just gonna simulate the next season. We're gonna call it short. Just do it quickly, and it is the Panthers and the Raiders in the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's gonna happen. All right, so we're gonna simulate the next season, and I will see you guys then. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna simulate to the regular season, and we have played the Broncos for 4 straight years in the preseason. Um, Final season, uh, we're just gonna see if Madden blesses us with a Super Bowl victory, or even I will take playoffs. I doubt it though. Russell Wilson unfortunately retired after the year, so that sucked. So I believe we have a rookie quarterback. Yep, we have Greg Wyatt. Can this guy lead us to a Super Bowl? We do not know. The entire team's kind of gutted. We're gonna put Steve Carroll right there. Is that it? Yeah, Sam Carroll. Sorry. Um, but you can see the offensive line, 80s across the board, except the right tackle. I'm kind of proud of where this team is at. Uh, Performance though, we haven't performed well, but we have showed up defensively. Here's what the defense looks like. I mean, Jamal Adams left. We lost a lot of pieces in free agency. Kind of sucked. But, I mean, let's see if we can do it. We're going to simulate to the midseason, then playoffs. So, let's do it. Okay, so we sit at 4-3 on the season at the midseason mark. Jared Goff is apparently our starting quarterback now. Wow. Okay, so we're gonna send the playoffs, and we're gonna see what happens. And we finished 6-11 and didn't make the playoffs. Uh, let's just show off the stats real quick, and then that is it for the 5-year rebuild. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought we had a pretty good, solid roster, but you know, man, what? 23 sacks from Harold Landry. Okay, that seems like a good place to end it. I'll see you guys later. This was fun, interesting to say the least, but sadly couldn't deliver. Pineapple Sway. Peace out.